What up? It's your boy Astro. I decided that I'm going to start reviewing some games for y'all. I know that a lot of people play games. I know that a lot of people play a lot of games, but you can't play all of them. And just to have a general understanding of what you missed, I think is very good. I love watching game reviews. I love talking about video games. So I figured this would be a great addition to my channel. And I was thinking to myself, what game should I review? Which one should I start with? My very first review. You already know by clicking on the video that I decided on Hellblade Senua's Sacrifice. A game that was so very controversial and very shifting mentally for me. I was up and down and I was on the edge of my seat sweating, and then I was sitting back and falling asleep. Ninja Theory brought a very strong game that does fall flat at times, but we're going to talk about it. Let's talk about it. I'm going to give you my ups, the downs. I'm going to give you some straight up gameplay. Let's jump right in. I'm also going to let the game talk a little bit too. There's some very cool cutscenes, very interesting things to listen to, so we're going to jump right into it.
It's not too late to get into the boat and go back. No one will judge her. No one will ever know. Oh, she heard us. There's no going back.
You can't do it.
Senua pushes away a world that conspired to cause so much suffering. There's nothing to go back to, and worse to look forward to. Why don't you join us? Maybe you too have a part to play in this story.
This game starts off and tells you absolutely nothing. It doesn't tell you what's going on. It doesn't tell you how to fight. It doesn't tell you how to solve puzzles. It doesn't even tell you how to walk, which a lot of games do. How to move, how to look. We already know how to do that. And this game doesn't have that, which I absolutely love. It makes for a better overall experience, and it just sets you out on your adventure. Your adventure right into Helheim. As this guy starts to talk, he introduces you into your journey. He gives you a forefront, which you're going to be doing. And man, is his voice entertaining. It is just awesome to listen to. If I had an audible book about this game, I'd want it to be in his voice, because it causes me to focus for some reason. I just want to listen to him.
Across the river of knives that flows from the dark world of Niflheim.
As you set off into this adventure, I highly recommend wearing a good pair of, if possible, over-the-ear headphones. The 3D sound in this game is just amazing. All the voices constantly talking to you from every single direction. It's captivating. It's immersive. It's something you don't see a lot of except for in horror games. And this is not a horror game. This is a thriller. The way that you see the lighting change when things get more intense, the voices become stronger. You can truly see and hear the battle that's going on in Senua's head. And it's amazing. It's a new turn for a game. I know that a lot of people are going to be turned away from this game for the $30 price point, for the lack of content, which the developers, Ninja Theory, came out and said right off the bat, this is a 9-hour, 10-hour game at most. It'll probably take you 12 to complete the entire thing.
Not this time.
finding all the runes and just getting 100% in the game. Not much replayability here, but for $30, in my opinion, you spend $25 on a Blu-ray movie, and that's only an hour. This is just, to me, just consider games like this long movies, long interactive movies. This is the type of game that I'm gonna play once, and then in a few years, I'm gonna go, wow, that was, I remember that being a good game, and I'm gonna go back to it. Other than that, this game doesn't really have too much replayability. The facial animations in this game are just amazing, and I hope I pronounce this right. Melina Juergens
There's no doubt about
did the
it.
mocap for this, and she's also the voice of Senua, and I think she just did a great job capturing that very almost scared and courageous look all at the same time. And
Dillian.
to me, she just did amazing.
What is she doing? Why is she doing this? Why doesn't she turn around?
One of the downfalls of this game is the walking.
He's already dead.
It is a very beautiful landscape, just all the way around 360 degrees. This game looks
I forget its name.
really good. It's really well
She
done,
forgets too.
and it just looks good
But she
all the way
does
around.
remember that only the dead
But
may cross it.
the walking kind of leads into like a scenic, gentle walk.
The old fool said there was a hidden path up to it. Let's see, shall we?
But right when you think, damn, I'm sick of walking, bam, you're running through fire on your deathbed, and then you're back to walking. And then you're looking for these runes, and the Viking lore that it brings forth in these runes is awesome to me. I love Vikings.
The world of men they call Midgard. Sky gods dwell in Asgard. The gods of earth, harvest, wind, and sea dwell in Vanaheim. The good elves dwell in Alfheim. The evil ones dwell in Svartalfheim.
If you like
The mountain
Viking
giants dwell in Jotunheim.
lore, Norse mythology,
Fire giants
a lot of
dwell in
that is
Muspelheim.
present in this game through
Niflheim
these
is
runes.
the world of ice and
So
darkness.
look for all of them,
Only the
honestly.
dead dwell in Helheim,
Very interesting.
and that is where you must travel. See what's
This is an example of one of the puzzles, which is
find one like
awesome. It's different, it's interesting, but at the same time, it's kind of frustrating how long it takes to figure this out. Once you find out the secret of the puzzles, it definitely makes it a lot easier, but it took me a long time. Here I am staring at this wall trying to find that same exact symbol. And it took me a while to figure it out. And I didn't like that. It pulled me from the immersion of the game. It made it to where I wasn't so eerie. I got annoyed with the voices at one point. I honestly just wanted to stop playing at some points and go play something else, something faster pace. And this is one of the reasons why. Because it takes so damn long to figure out how to do these puzzles.
Give her hidden secret. It's hidden. There's a pattern. See the pattern?
Then when you figure the puzzles out and you're feeling successful and you're bored, you're ready to quit, you're so sick of walking and you're sick of puzzles, the game's like, hey, you know what? You want to fight?
Don't give up. Don't give up. He's gone.
And right when you start to figure it out, you start whooping butt, you're getting good hits in, you're figuring the buttons out, the game switches it up on you, adds a new aspect to fighting, something new.
Poor Senua. The darkness.
This next
was
part
bargain.
is a little bit of a spoiler,
Doesn't
not
reason.
much, but it
It
does.
is rot.
If I saw it in a video, it would have spoiled it for me because I didn't know this.
Will spread towards her head.
So if you're not interested in spoilers,
the soul.
just go ahead and stop watching now
until there is
if you would
nothing
like.
left of her.
But I think that this needs to be known. It's something interesting, something not heard of a lot in video games, and
All of her suffering will have been
it
for nothing.
adds to the mental struggle
It's just
that
a matter of
Senua is put through in this game, and that this game wants to try and put you through. The dragging on, and it could all be for absolutely nothing. Hellblade Senua Sacrifice is a roller coaster of emotions. You're going to be fighting with Senua to keep your sanity, to keep pushing forward. And I think Ninja Theory did exactly what they wanted to with this game. This game is worth it, but just know that
The hardest battles are fought in the mind.
a little bit of a spoiler here, but I just couldn't do without this boss fight because it is one of the dopest boss fights I've ever had in gaming. Without further ado, I give you the first rider of Ragnarok, the fire giant, Sir.
Now.